How's it going, everyone? Got a ton to go over in this video. A major free-to-play title has gotten an update on its PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 release. We'll talk about that. Speaking of free, Resident Evil 4 Remake is out today, one of the biggest game releases of the year, and we can go all year long, not even just of the year so far, but this is going to be one of the major releases of the year, and more content will be rolling out for the game in the form of free DLC. We have a date for it. We'll talk all about that, and some surprising news. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, is going to be getting a video game adaptation, and this is pretty exciting. Not a huge TMNT fan, but I definitely grew up watching it and playing some of the classic titles. And obviously we had Shredder's Revenge recently, but this is going to be much different than your typical TMNT colorful titles, let's just say. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Honkai Star Rail launches April 26th for PC, iOS, and Android, and it will be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 later, sometime later on. It wasn't specified if it'll be sometime in 2023, but it will be coming to PlayStation 4 and 5 at some point. There is a lengthy post at the PlayStation blog where I do want to go over some of it. A science fiction universe with elements of fantasy. Exploration is the core of every adventure. Honkai Star Rail features an in-game world awaiting discovery with elements of myth blended into a space sci-fi story. In this universe, there are aeons, incarnations of universal principles that can freely travel between infinite worlds, driven by their premium mobile. Basically, they are gods with formidable powers. The aeons roaming the world uphold their own beliefs, hence various kinds of civilization thrive around every corner of the universe. However, there is one aeon named Destruction who considers the universe as a fallacy and civilization as cancer, casting seeds of ruin called stellarons across the galaxy that leads to massive changes to ecosystems. As the protagonist, you are implanted with stellaron at the very beginning of the story to drill down to the essence of the stellaron. You bravely set sail for the galaxy, composing an interstellar melody filled with surprises and rewarding experiences. The game touts various worlds to explore. Honkai Star Rail provides a vast universe abundant with distinctive cultures, landscapes, and scenery. It is full of rewards and secrets waiting to be explored. You can experience the origin of the story in the space station and then set sail and explore various worlds, two major destinations of your interstellar journey. You have innumerable mysteries and dangers frozen beneath the snow caps awaiting further examination, and you have a flagship where inhabitants seem to have achieved immortality. Foreshadows the upcoming expedition infused with Eastern fantasy. You'll be able to choose various companions to face challenges. The space expedition, of course, will not always encounter hospitable inhabitants with their arms wide open to welcome your arrival. Different kinds of adversaries and hurdles need to be overcome, or your survival will be on a knife's edge. Fortunately, you're not alone. During the whirlwind trip of a star-chasing ride, players will meet new companions with distinctive capabilities. They are more than happy to weigh in, unleashing their powers during map exploration, puzzle investigation, and so on. Additionally, our turn-based combat system is easy to pick up but hard to master, a perfect place to test your team building skills and battle preparation. If you can strategically leverage each character's skills sets masterfully, then they will have all their place to shine and reach their full potential to assist you on your mission. Roaming the world and uncovering mysteries, the game offers a grand space journey full of twists, coincidences, and happiness. Building your four-person combat team from a wide range of playable characters, getting along with your companions, leveraging their unique skills correspondingly to overcome challenges from every corner of the universe. Obviously, the game is very much got that Genshin Impact vibe going on for it, and Star Rail will launch on PlayStation in the near future. We would like to appreciate our sincere thanks to everyone supporting the game, as noted on the PlayStation blog. Given the fact they say near future, I'm inclined to believe that it's going to be a 2023 release, maybe in the summer or the fall, but again, at this point, that would just be speculation on my part. Nonetheless, a major free-to-play title, once again adding to the vast library that the PlayStation 4 and 5 already have in terms of free-to-play offerings. Moving on from that, speaking of free, major release today. I'm sure a ton of you guys will be playing it. Resident Evil 4 Remake is officially out today. I know there's some issues with the PlayStation 5 version with some flickering. Apparently a fix for that is in the works, but nonetheless, Resident Evil 4 Remake, the free DLC in the Mercenaries mode, will also be coming on April 7th. This is a completely additional component of the game that will be added, staying true to the original. The Mercenaries content will be free, and Capcom has officially announced that that is a challenge mode for Resident Evil 4. So not only are you getting the free Mercenaries DLC, for those of you with PlayStation VR 2, remember that Resident Evil 4 will also get free DLC to add PlayStation VR 2 component and capability to it as well. Capcom has been very supportive of the PlayStation VR as a whole, with Biohazard Resident Evil 7 being compatible with PlayStation VR 1. You have Resident Evil Village, obviously, with VR 2, and RE4 going the VR 2 route as well. That's going to be pretty exciting. But Mercenaries dropping April 7th. You'll be able to check that out very, very soon. And as far as the game itself goes, obviously, RE4, one of the most iconic games of all time. A lot of you guys are super excited for this remake. And I've said it before, you know, Hogwarts Legacy, for a lot of you guys, was the biggest game release of the year thus far. For me, the Resident Evil 4 remake tops that, just because, you know, I'm not big into Harry Potter. I loved Hogwarts Legacy, though, but Resident Evil 4 was a game that I personally grew up with. It was one of those games that really brought me into Resident Evil, and I know that's the case for a lot of other people, and I know RE4, you know, took the franchise more to an action-y route, but it still had a lot of those survival horror elements, and really just married both elements really well, and obviously the third-person gameplay at the time, it was just a very, very revolutionary game, but it did come out back in 2005, so it absolutely shows its age. So 18 years later, seeing a full-on remake, super exciting. And definitely gonna be the game I think most of us are busy with this weekend. Lastly, I do want to note, TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, an action RPG, is in development. Now, I don't want to go into spoilers of The Last Ronin. This is actually a remarkable series. It's like a mini-series of comics, and it's way darker and more mature than you would typically expect out of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles piece of work, let's just say. Like, let's say you played Shredder's Revenge and whatnot. Super colorful game. This is super exciting to me. Obviously, we still don't know much about it. It's a third-person action RPG, and we don't even know the studio that's developing the game. However, Paramount Global Senior Vice President for Games and Emerging Media, Doug Rosen, did confirm the development of the game, noting that the game will be a darker, more mature take on TMNT, likening it to titles such as the latest God of War games, and said it'll be authentic to the story of the Last Ronin arc, which is set in a future where only one of the turtles survived. Now, one of the narrative arcs of the story is you don't know right out the gate which of the turtles did end up surviving, but you know, you can figure it out, and it's pretty interesting. Like, let's just say that if you're a fan of TMNT, this dropped, I want to say, back in 2020, and again, it's super dark in comparison to what you would expect out of your regular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles piece of work. So yeah, this will be rather interesting. I don't want to get too excited for this, because the fact we're taking an IP like TMNT and we're gonna get a mature action RPG out of it, and they're saying it's gonna be, you know, faithful to The Last Ronin, that's incredibly exciting. The God of War comparison obviously has me super excited. I imagine this is years and years away, but, you know, one of the more surprising announcements, to say the least, hearing about this game being in development. But we'll see. As we hear more, I'll definitely let you guys know. But that's going to do it for me. Again, major free-to-play title coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Honkai Star Rail. We have an in-depth PlayStation blog post with a lot of information there. It will be coming to PC, iOS, and Android on April 26th, so if you want to play it on there ahead of the PlayStation release, that option will be open to you. If you're a fan of Genshin Impact, you know, this might be something that is right up your alley and you like the anime aesthetic and whatnot. Resident Evil 4 Remake officially out today. Free DLC and the Mercenaries will be coming April 7th, so you can be looking forward to that. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin, getting adapted into a video game, a brand new action RPG, a major title at that. Hopefully it's a PS5 game and not a PS6 game. We'll see how that turns out. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.